very different situation, different opponents, different styles of fighting. So it's not. I can't really quite compare the fight, side by side. But it does face challenges. Every time you move up in weight, fighters are bigger, naturally bigger. They can take a bigger punch. They can give a better punch too. They're heavier. But this is a different matchup. Canelo's not as fast, not as aggressive. He kind of goes on cruise control. He's not one to use his strength as size to dominate all the time. Sometimes, like I say, just cruise control, which allows Crawford, I think, to fight a little bit more comfortable. Crawford's IQ, I think, is superb. So I'm actually thinking he might pull it off.
Mikey Garcia just shook the boxing world. He thinks Crawford might actually beat Canelo. He says Crawford's brain might just be too sharp for Canelo's size and power. And it's got fans split down the middle. Just when the dust was settling after Mikey's shocking pick, another bomb dropped. Deontay Wilder said it straight. It's a great fight. I'm gonna go with what I feel in my heart. I'm going with Crawford. He let instinct take over. And what he said has fans in a frenzy. The Bronze Bomber backing Crawford, that's power recognizing precision. When muscle meets mastery, Crawford's ring IQ might just be the X factor. The hype around Canelo versus Crawford just hit a whole new level, and we're not even at fight week yet. Mikey Garcia didn't stop at picking Crawford. He went one step further. He broke down how the fight could be won piece by piece with a style built to frustrate Canelo.
Box, counterpunch, box, switch, from left-handed to right-handed, just make it complicated for Canelo and win a decision. You're not gonna hurt him, so win a decision.
It's not about power, it's about outsmarting the lion in his own jungle. A game plan built on movement, timing, and switching rhythm like a chess master. It's the kind of fight that frustrates, confuses, and chips away at a powerhouse like Canelo. And if Crawford can execute it perfectly, we might be looking at the upset of the decade. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's becoming a masterclass in styles, brains versus brawn. Mikey Garcia made his final call, clear, confident, and with no hesitation. Right here, he gives his prediction on how it all ends.
So who do you think is gonna win?
I think Crawford's gonna win.
You think Crawford?
I think Crawford's gonna win.
By decision?
By decision.
No drama, no knockout, just pure skill and ring mastery. He sees Crawford staying one step ahead, controlling the pace, and never letting Canelo settle. It's a bold call against one of boxing's biggest names, but it's coming from a fighter who knows the game inside out. Garcia isn't betting on power, he's betting on precision, timing, and IQ. If this plays out the way he envisions, it could rewrite how the world sees Canelo and crown Crawford as the new pound-for-pound king. As fight night gets closer, emotions are high and the pressure is real. Deontay Wilder offered a heartfelt message rooted in respect and experience.
I mean, they'd have been through the big event, so they wouldn't need the advice of what how to control themselves or how to perform or act in such setting. They already know. If anything, I just tell them, go out there and have fun. This is an epic fight, and enjoy it while you can, and be careful out there. And may the best man win.
No technical advice, no breakdowns, just genuine words from one warrior to another. This isn't just another match, it's a defining moment with legacy at stake. Wilder's message captured the essence of what this fight represents: courage, discipline, and greatness. Both Crawford and Canelo have reached the pinnacle of the sport, and now they stand on the edge of history. When the bell rings, it won't just be a clash of skills, it will be a battle of hearts forged through years of sacrifice. Wilder took a moment to reflect on the bigger picture, beyond belts, beyond bragging rights.
And it's a cold business, but it's also a business that will change your life forever. And they're just making history and continue going. And with the fight, it's a great fight, it's really a great fight.
His words hit deeper than just fight talk. This is about legacy, sacrifice, and the brutal beauty of boxing. Crawford versus Canelo isn't just a mega event, it's a turning point that could reshape careers forever. Two icons stepping into the unknown, risking everything for a shot at immortality. In a sport that gives as much as it takes, moments like this are what define greatness. Wilder knows it, the fighters know it, and soon the whole world will witness it. Wilder didn't just speak on skills, he spoke on discipline, on mindset, on what sets champions apart.
I love the way that Crawford have a fighter's lifestyle. You know, you don't really hear too much of him out there doing too much crazy things, partying and all that. He really have a fighter's lifestyle, at least around the people that I know him, you know, be around him. And he's ready to go.
In a sport where distractions are everywhere, staying locked in is rare. That's what makes Crawford different. He lives the life, breathes the craft, and stays ready. No wild headlines, no off-camp drama, but just tunnel vision on greatness. Wilder sees that focus, and it's exactly why so many are backing Crawford to shock the world. With that kind of mindset, this fight isn't just physical, it's mental warfare, and Crawford might already be winning that battle. Wilder gave Canelo his respect, but it was clear where his heart truly lies.
Canelo, he's a great fighter for sure, you know. But I think Crawford is gonna show him a different style of things. You know, being able to fight left and right. It's going into that mentality that he has. I love the demeanor and the willingness that he have. The demeanor of I am the best, and I'm gonna show you. And you're gonna have to prove me wrong.
This wasn't just praise for Crawford's skill, it was admiration for his mentality, switching stances, adapting mid-fight, and walking into the ring with a mindset that dares you to beat him. That's rare. It's the kind of hunger you can't teach, the kind that makes legends. Wilder sees a fighter who isn't just chasing victory, he's chasing greatness with every move. Crawford doesn't walk in hoping to win, he walks in convinced he's the best, and when that kind of belief meets the bright lights, it can shake the boxing world to its core. Chris Algieri started off as a skeptic, but the closer we get, the more his view is shifting.
I do, and more I'm thinking that way. I'm just thinking, when this fight first came out, I was like, this is silly. You know, these guys are 3 weight classes apart. There's weight classes for a reason. They're both great fighters, but I don't see it. And then, but as we're getting closer, coming off the back of Canelo's last performance against Skull, which was left a lot to be desired, but also just seeing them around each other, and just I'm thinking about psychology. I've seen Canelo Alvarez beaten mentally, psychologically. I've seen him broken. I've never seen Terence Crawford get bullied, broken, moved in any way. So that holds a lot of weight to me, psychology, because I think at the highest level, that really is the difference, is what's going on upstairs. So I can see it. I still probably lean towards Canelo Alvarez, but as we get closer, man, I don't know. That could definitely flop.
This isn't just a fight between 2 weight classes anymore. It's a battle of mental toughness. Algieri has seen Canelo push to the edge, seen the cracks when things don't go his way. But Crawford, he's never folded, never been rattled, never shown weakness in the face of pressure. That psychological edge is starting to weigh heavy, and Algieri knows it could be the key. If Crawford brings that same unshakable mindset into the ring, Algieri believes he just might dethrone the king. Chris Algieri took a sharp turn, this time analyzing the mind games outside the ring.
I think that's Canelo being very media savvy and probably actually taking a page out of Mayweather's book. Mayweather did a really good job of talking up his opponents before he fought them, making everyone realize, like, oh, this guy, he's super dangerous, is the best guy I've ever fought, so-and-so, because Canelo said this in the beginning. He goes, that's not a good fight for me, because if I win, I'm supposed to win, and if I lose, it's a terrible, terrible thing for me. So now I think him talking him up and saying, oh, this guy's better than Mayweather, I think is a little bit of a subtle media play that will make his victory, if he is to win.
He's not just looking at punches and footwork, he's breaking down the strategy behind the mic. Canelo may be using praise as a shield, a clever tactic to shape the narrative before the first bell. Build up Crawford, raise the stakes, and if he wins, the glory multiplies. If he loses, the risk was always huge. It's classic Mayweather psychology, and Canelo might be playing that same game with the media. Algieri sees through the act, and in a fight this close, even the press conferences could tip the balance. Just when Chris Algieri's breakdown had everyone rethinking the outcome, Caron Davis stepped in with real experience from inside the ring. He sparred with both Canelo and Crawford, and he didn't hesitate when choosing a side.
In September, preparation is going to definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely going to help him. Canelo experience. You got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
This isn't speculation or theory, it's first-hand knowledge. Davis has felt their power, tested their timing, and seen what most fans never will. His pick isn't based on media talk or crowd hype, it's based on what happens when the gloves are on and there's nowhere to hide. And when someone who's traded shots with both leans toward Crawford, it adds serious weight to the conversation. The voices from inside the game are starting to line up, and they're not all backing the favorite. Right after Kyron Davis backed Crawford from first-hand experience, Keith Thurman jumped in, but with a more tactical lens. He laid out the real challenges Crawford will face in stepping into unfamiliar territory. Thurman didn't question Crawford's confidence. He questioned the weight, the zone, the little things that could tilt the fight. It's not just about who's better, it's about who's smarter when it counts. Every jab, every angle, every feint could be the difference between glory and disaster. Crawford may be entering Canelo's world, but if he sticks to the right blueprint, Thurman believes there's a real shot. And when a technician like Thurman starts breaking it down this way, fans know this fight is chess, not checkers. After breaking down Crawford's need for precision and angles, Keith Thurman took it a step further, comparing the strategy to Canelo's recent fights. He used one example to highlight what not to do and what Crawford must do differently.
But yeah, man, Canelo is really, Canelo's gonna be Canelo, man. He's really, I think all the variables lie on Crawford.
Absolutely.
Crawford is confident, but Crawford is outside of his zone. It's all about the training camp, the preparation, the extra weight, but still being agile, I believe that it's tactics and game plan. I hope he works behind that jab. I hope he works behind the feint, and I hope he uses small little angles and different things.
Thurman made it clear, surviving Canelo is one thing, beating him is another. Charlo showed that you can avoid damage if you move smart and stay defensively sound, but that's not how you win big fights. Crawford will need to be sharper, more aggressive, and take calculated risks without abandoning defense. It's a dangerous balance. One mistake, and Canelo makes you pay, but hesitation won't get it done either. Thurman's warning is simple. Crawford can't just play it safe. He has to box with intent and push the action if he wants to walk away with the crown. Keith Thurman didn't stop at breaking down Crawford's mindset. He went deep into the strategy. He compared past opponents and dropped serious gems on how to outbox Canelo at the highest level.
Like when Charlo got dropped, right? After he got dropped, he never got dropped again. And because he never got dropped again, there's evidence that a nice mover, keeping your hands up, you actually can not get hurt by Canelo. Now, that was not the keys to victory, because that was the keys of survival. But survival and tactics of not getting hit, the game of boxing is hit and not get hit.
Absolutely.
So to have the defense, to use the legs, Crawford's his own kind of fighter, so I'm not going to tell him to fight like Charlo, move like that, but box harder, throw more offense. That's one strategy, but I'm not going to tell him to do that, right?
Thurman's words weren't just analysis, they were a blueprint. He pulled lessons from Mayweather and Bivol, two men who made Canelo look human. It's not about overpowering him, it's about rhythm, control, and taking away what Canelo does best. Crawford can't just stay outside or trade inside. He has to mix things up, stay slick, and force Canelo into uncomfortable spots. According to Thurman, this isn't just a test of skill, it's a test of tactics versus instinct, and Crawford has the tools to flip the script. After breaking down tactics and past blueprints, Keith the truth about what to expect from Canelo. Then he turned the spotlight back on Crawford with a message that hits deeper than just fight talk.
A little combination of both, working behind the jab, working the feints in, because Canelo thinks he's slick. So what Floyd was able to do was actually teach him what slickness is.
Absolutely.
And now that he's aware of what slickness is, can somebody feint, be in the pocket with their defense, move, and then get off that off rhythm and just not let him have an easy night. Bivol was able to stay on the outside. He was a bigger guy, longer guy. Their reaches are close, so they're going to be able to hit each other a little bit more. Bivol was really able to play the advantage game and play really smart boxing and not take it inside, not take the body shots, not give Canelo those left hooks and stuff. but there are tactics. When you're fighting elites, I think tactics and strategy.
Thurman isn't fooled by Canelo's routine. He's seen it before, and he knows exactly how it plays out. The pressure, the power, the body shots, it's the same brutal formula. But what he sees in Crawford is something different. Not just talent, but ring IQ, history, and hunger. They've come up through the same grind, and Thurman knows Crawford has the mind to dismantle the machine. The big question isn't if Canelo can be beaten, it's if Crawford has the fire to be the one who finally does it on this stage. After all the technical talk and tactical breakdowns, Antonio Tarver brought something different, something spiritual, almost eerie. He spoke about Crawford in a way only a fighter can understand.
Terence gotta be Terence, bro. He's a real deep thinker. He processed fights like nobody else. And he's processed this Canelo fight. He's seen it. He went through it 2 or 3 times already. He knows how this ends. You can tell the way he shadow boxes. He visualizing Canelo being right there in front of him. You understand? Look at the movement. That's all you gotta do, look at the movement. And that's the type of master boxer that Canelo is gonna be facing.
Tarver sees a man who's already lived the fight in his mind, round by round, move by move. This isn't just preparation, it's an obsession. Crawford isn't guessing what Canelo will do. He's already seen it. Every feint, every slip, every step is part of a plan he's rehearsed in silence, long before the world tunes in. Tarver's voice carries weight, and when a former champ sees this kind of mental sharpness, it's hard to ignore. Canelo may be the powerhouse, but he's walking into a chess match where Crawford might already know the final move. Antonio Tarver wasn't done after praising Crawford's mindset. He took a deeper dive into what Canelo will actually be up against. He pointed out a harsh truth about the level of opponent Canelo is about to face.
The only thing I say is Canelo hasn't faced an opponent like this in a long time. You know what I mean? I think Canelo's gonna have to go back to the Caleb Plant fight and look that good, that active, that, you feel me, moving with that type of grace to beat Terence Crawford. Because weight ain't gonna make the difference. It ain't gonna be the weight. It's gonna be the skill set. It's gonna be the skill set and how bad they want it. Because both of them gonna get challenged like they've never been challenged before.
Tarver made it clear this isn't about size, it's about skill, and Crawford's skill is different. Canelo can't rely on power or pressure alone this time. He'll need to reach deep, dig into his sharpest form, and fight with precision like he did years ago. Crawford's movement, timing, and hunger are going to test Canelo in ways he hasn't been tested in a long time. Both men are walking into the fire, but it's the one who adapts and thinks faster who will survive. Tarver sees this fight not just as a clash, but as a test of greatness, where only one comes out elevated. After analyzing skill, mindset, and legacy, Antonio Tarver brought it all together with one powerful thought. He looked ahead to the moment that could define everything.
We're gonna seek in one pull victory from defeat in the biggest fight of the century, bro. Biggest fight of the century. I can't wait, man.
This isn't just another super fight. It's the kind of event that echoes through boxing history. Tarver knows that when the pressure peaks, only the rarest fighters can flip defeat into victory. It's not just about who's better on paper. It's about who rises when it matters most. In this kind of fight, 1 second can change everything, and one man will leave with his legend sealed. Tarver's energy says it all. This isn't just a fight he's watching. It's a moment he feels. On the other side, Crawford isn't even blinking. His mindset is clear, his energy unshaken.
I haven't been at this weight in an actual fight before.
Yeah.
You know, training, I'm gonna be just fine.
There's no doubt, no fear, just laser focus. He's not here to talk size. He's here to prove skills matter more. This isn't about stepping into a new division. It's about stepping into destiny. Crawford's tone says it all. He's not just comfortable, he's ready to take over. And when a fighter walks in with that kind of belief, the weight becomes just a number. Crawford isn't focused on records or hype. His mindset is built differently. He spoke with the calm intensity of a man who always feels like he has something to prove.
No, actually, you know, I never think about, you know, myself just being undefeated. I always, you know, look at it like it's 0-0, you know, going first round, you know, because, you know, I could be the favorite, but in my mind, I'm the underdog. So just like to this fight, you know, I'm the underdog. So, you know, I'm going in there, you know, as if I'm the underdog to go out there and prove a point.
That's the danger in Crawford. Even at the top, he fights like he's still chasing greatness. He doesn't carry the pressure of being undefeated. He carries the fire of being overlooked. It's that underdog mentality that makes him relentless, round after round. While others get comfortable with status, Crawford stays hungry, stays sharp. And when a fighter with that mindset meets a challenge like Canelo, history might just be rewritten. Crawford didn't just prepare physically, he's been battling mentally since the fight was announced. He explained the mindset that's fueling every second of his training camp.
For sure, you know, it gave me that mental edge to keep pushing a little bit harder because, you know, I'm already, you know, down 2 rounds, you know, being that the popularity and, you know, the person that I'm going up against is in a higher weight class than me. So, you know, in my mind, I'm already down 2 rounds. I gotta make up for, you know, those 2 rounds with the work that I put in going into this fight.
In his head, the fight starts with him already behind, not because of skill, but because of perception. Canelo's fame, size, and weight class may sway the crowd, but Crawford is using that as fuel. He's not hoping to level the playing field. He's planning to flip it completely. That already down 2 rounds mindset has him pushing harder, sharper, with something to prove. And when a fighter brings that kind of urgency into the ring, it becomes dangerous for anyone standing across from him. Crawford's been humble, focused, and locked in, but every fighter has that line they draw in the sand. And when asked where he stands among the greats right now, he didn't hesitate. That wasn't arrogance. That was truth spoken with calm conviction. It's the belief that's carried him through every war, every weight class, every challenge. Crawford isn't chasing validation. He knows what he brings into the ring. And now, with Canelo in front of him, it's not about proving it to himself. It's about proving it to the world. When a man this dangerous believes he's already the best, you better believe he's coming to leave no doubts. Before the titles, before the fame, before the legacy, Terence Crawford was just a kid who fell in love with fighting. He shared a raw memory from the very beginning, where it all started.
It was just fun. So when I first went in there, you know, it was just something to do, you know, because that was the first sport that I ever tried. So going in there, you know, I liked it to fight, so I always wanted to spar. Let's go, let's get in the ring and spar. Let's spar, let's spar. Let me hit the speed bag. Let me punch the bag. You know, I used to get in trouble because I used to didn't follow the rules. But
I dig that.
The fighting aspect about it, you know, it was all just fun to me.
There were no cameras, no crowds, just gloves, bags, and a burning hunger to scrap. It wasn't about discipline yet. It was about the thrill, the spark, the need to test himself. Even when he broke the rules, he couldn't stay away from the ring. It called to him. That fire never left. It just evolved into focus, control, and championship mindset. And now, years later, that same kid who just wanted to spar is about to headline the biggest fight of the century. That kid's love for the fight, the one who couldn't stay out of the ring, is now fueling a mission bigger than ever. Crawford made it clear in just one line what this moment means.
Victory.
A victory. Doesn't matter how you get it, you're just gonna win.
However it comes.
By any means necessary.
This isn't about flash or fanfare. It's about grit, heart, and obsession. From the playful chaos of his early gym days to the sharp precision he carries now, Crawford's journey has always been about one thing: winning. He's not chasing style points, he's chasing legacy, and he's willing to go through fire to claim it. Canelo won't just face a fighter, he'll face years of hunger that never died. And when that bell rings, it's not just Crawford in the ring, like it's everything he's ever fought for. This isn't just a fight between two greats, it's a battle between styles, mindsets, and legacies. Crawford is coming with pure focus, years of experience, and that same fire he had as a kid. Canelo brings the power, the pressure, and the legacy of being one of the most dominant champions of this era. No matter who you're backing, this one has all the ingredients of a classic. But what do you think? Will Crawford's slick style and mental edge be enough to outsmart the bigger, stronger Canelo? Or will Canelo's experience and body attack break Crawford down round by round? Does size matter in this matchup, or will skill and hunger win the night? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in for more breakdowns, reactions, and fight night coverage just like this. You won't want to miss what's coming next.